Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to as promised, my OpenTTD signal tutorial. Just to clarify for everybody, one little thing before we start. Yes, things look a bit more spiffy. I have like a texture pack. Yeah, it's all right, my brother. So that should all be good. But we're here to talk about signals. I basically made a really simple way to get from the farm to the factory, and that should be all right. So at the farm, I made the basic row, which is a roll in, roll out station. It basically does what it says on the tin. You roll in, you roll out the other side. That's not difficult. With one-way signals, this is very manageable. It does not take any problems. Because this goes one way, I only have like one turn here at the track, and I basically go above the track and then back, because they only tend to go one way, so they need not go any other way. So the signals in question start with the block signal. This is your basic bit signal, which is this one. What it does, like most signals anyway, is basically says, hey, it looks at the next signal and it's like, hey, is there anything on the track in between? If there is, it goes red. Simple as that. And it stops any trains from crashing. One-way signals are like another version of that. Only they also force trains, they can't turn around. They can't go backwards, basically. Which forces them to basically go one way, which is very handy. These are all very box standard signals, and most people know what to do with them. Now, here is where it gets a little bit more interesting. This is one of my weird creations. Basically, this is for, like, you see that the row is rather large. And this one is rather long instead. So let's say, like, for example, the factory and some other industry over here, which you don't want to mess with because it's expensive to wreck shit, basically. So you need another way to do this. So this is a certain way where you have still 4 rows of tracks. But they need to go in and they need to go out, basically at the same side. To do this safely, we use the entry signal. And the entry signal basically is a logic signal, which says, okay, where are the exit signals? And the exit signals would be here and here. Well, technically they're combo signals, but combo signals both work as entry and exit signals. So in this case, they work as an exit signal. So he sees this one, he sees that one. Both lanes are free. Both lanes are free. Free choice. One lane is full. It forces the train on the other one. Easy as pie. These are the exit signals, because since these are the combo signals, the yellow upright ones, these also, once again, they both work as the exit signal and the entry signal. So as soon as you come near this, it works as an entry signal too, like here. And it basically says, okay, so you have an exit signal here and an exit signal here. Are both free? Both are. So it's a free choice. Is one of them full? It forces you on the other track. Are both full? It turns red. So that's how those signals work. So how does a train come into like my station here normally? Well, we'll have one. We'll see one, and we'll look at the lights just to be clear. Just to have all right, my man. Bring all those grains. Bring all those grains to Papa. So it heads over the rails. Get through the safe crossing. it hits, like you see that it's green right now. All right, so now it's red, and as soon as it's gone, it's green again. And it lets the next second one through. Even though, like, lanes can be occupied. And after, this is the fun thing about this one, because you have these crossings, basically, and it gets in, it gets out over here. If it takes this lane, it gets out over there. So they still take the same lanes. They just take different tracks, and for the safety's sake, you have the signals. So that's about it. That's how these signals work. If you have any other questions, if there's anything you're like, well, I have made this build and I have some footage of it, or you have a save game maybe, you're having trouble working it out, you can always hit me up on like the Discord, and I will be glad to help you out. I have quite a bit of experience with this game. I have made very many crazy builds, like fucking spaghetti, basically. It's what we call it, like where everything runs into everything and it still works. So I hope this is helpful, and if there are any questions, I'll be glad to answer them. Have a nice day.